All right, week 11. We're live.
Week
Tim, coming to you from the basement.
I am coming to you from my unfinished basement, which is being finished at the moment. It's the quietest room in my house. Like Pat McAfee, I'm standing.
Wow.
I don't have a chair. I don't have a tank top.
Get a bat. Your video feed is also skipping out, so that's going to be wonderful.
We will see. I might have to relocate closer to the router, but we'll power through.
Oh boy. All right. Winners and losers. We gotta. Well, do we have any trades? Was there a trade this week?
So it was actually quite an eventful week on the league. I actually took the liberty of recapping. I'm going to share my screen, recapping the trades as they occurred. We also had the Libby letter, the Libby Ross collaboration letter. So it was Tom. Tom was the central aspect of both trades. He was active. He traded Saquon Barkley and Ricky Pearsall and Justin Herbert for some people.
Disgraceful. It was a disgraceful trade.
I'm surprised that Libby gave up Kupp and Jones. I think that trade with Libby seems to be favorable to Tom, but I don't know.
No. This is a Libby forward trade all the way. Saquon Barkley's second best running back in fantasy football. Aaron Jones is not close to that. And Cooper Kupp is, I believe, the 45th, though he has been injured a lot, but he's the 45th ranked wide receiver.
Does he know something that we don't about Cooper Kupp's health, and maybe he's not 100% still?
I don't know, but this makes Libby's team better. And Tom's, I don't think it makes it that much better.
And the other trade is pretty much a bench quarterback swap. I think Tom is just cutting bait with Justin Herbert because he's too difficult to know when to start. And
grabbing Geno Smith from Wes. Wow.
I think Wes starts Kirk Cousins, if I'm remembering his team right.
He does.
I don't look at his team too often. I try not to.
He's got the Bijan Kirk stack.
Yeah, that's right. The dynamic duo. So yeah, those are the two trades. I was offered a trade that I declined. I don't know what the rules are of outing somebody who has offered you a trade, but you know who you are, and it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I was too. Someone was trying to get Nick Chubb for cheap from me, which makes a lot of sense on paper. Nick Chubb has not been very good this year, but you are who you are, and you are forgetting that I got Nick Chubb for like $8.
You know who you are.
So you're, your trade seemed well intentioned and good. Not a chance.
The letter was great. I think it continues a bit that I may have started when we wrote our power rankings of which Weird Al song you are, and we've been doing the which theme league team you are, and it was great. I enjoyed it. I think they were all pretty close.
Yeah, it's a little throwback to a Bill Simmons email exchange letter thing that he would do pretty consistently, sometimes with Malcolm Gladwell, but just centered around the movies. I was
forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I was offended.
I don't know. I thought it was applicable.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, one of the funniest movies of the last 25 years. But they compared it to being a sad boy. And I am a sad boy. I guess it makes sense.
The Joe Dirt one for Sam, I think that one made me laugh the most. Because of gifts and because of everything.
Of all time. Joe Dirt rules.
I didn't realize it was all the way back from 2001. I guess I thought it was later than that.
Yeah.
But it is iconic. I have seen that one. I also thought it was funny that the whole rhetoric was that we love these movies, but we don't want to watch them now because we're old and we might not like them now.
Yeah, and we've just consumed, like Libby said, we've consumed them so much that now we just live the movie through quoting them all the time. We don't actually have to watch them.
That's true.
Except for Oh Brother Where Art Thou. That's required.
That one
They
lives.
didn't choose that. They didn't choose that one.
No, I would have taken that for mine. I think Tropic Thunder was a pretty solid choice for me, probably because
Yeah, Tropic Thunder probably has the best legacy. Like it was nominated for Oscars.
Yeah, but then there's that whole weird thing behind it of why was it good and was it okay to have blackface in it? But I don't know, and that's kind of how I am too. Like it's weird that I'm good, but we just kind of have to go with it.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all the rehashing of that. So
Nice
Libby's
job.
team is going to be a lot better. Winners and losers. Nathan, we can talk about his team now that he's changed his team name. Congratulations. Welcome back to the league, Nathan.
I still don't know if that was. I mean, it had to have been him. It's funny because he uploaded a picture, but then like the hosting for that picture got taken away, so it just says like picture not
Full
found.
screen. Yeah.
Good for
Although
you.
he did just name his team the name of a movie. So
A good movie. I don't know if you call it. Is it a comedy? Is it a rom-com? I don't know. It's
it's probably a rom-com, but a lot of the movies that people picked are too. Yeah, Nathan had a okay week led by Brock Purdy and Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba.
That game was on early. I think it's like the only game that I actually watched, and Chuba's really good. He just gashes bad teams for like 10 yards a carry over and over and over again.
He got paid now too. I think they gave him a contract extension. Best Panthers running back since D'Angelo Williams or Christian McCaffrey, probably. Actually, I kind of forgot.
Probably or Jonathan Stewart.
Oh yeah.
Panthers have had a lot of good running backs. It's kind of like the Cowboys. Cowboys have had great running backs, and now they have like the worst running backs in the league this year.
Rico. But yeah, Nathan had a pretty good showing. He's just okay.
Yeah, even with a bad Kyron Williams game, he only had 8 points.
Yeah, a rare bad Kyron Williams game for sure.
Stefan, another winner, just remains the most confounding team in the league. Is he really good? Is he bad? Does he have Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
Yes, that's all that matters.
He is Lamar Jackson. I think that's how you sum that up.
Yeah. I think we, on last week's, basically guaranteed that he would win after the Lamar Jackson Thursday night performance.
Yeah.
That held true. He got 16 points from Rachaad White, who's just bounced back from obscurity. He was like the clear starter. Then he got injured. Then it looked like all those backup guys were going to be way better, and now he's just back.
Yeah, I thought that it was Bucky Irving for the rest of the season. I kind of forgot about Rachaad White, but clearly Stefan didn't. Good for you.
Yeah. Ross, big win, getting hot late,
Ross getting hot at the right
4 and
time.
6. Big game from Chase Brown again. He's found a starting running back. Bucky Irving had a good game, 16 points. And Drake London, fine. Yeah, just a solid performance. Get over 100 and get a win.
Is 16 points from Mahomes a season high? I don't actually know that.
Ooh, let's look.
He had 24 last week. So Mahomes, but nothing under 6 or nothing over 16 before that. So Mahomes is, he's warmed up. Now he's ready for the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, he might take a couple more weeks off.
Well, Mahomes just got robbed. So I don't know if that'll weigh on his mind. Weekend update.
ESPN headlines are almost as bad as like the New York Post.
Yeah,
sometimes.
They said home of Mahomes. It's great.
Stupid. You won again. huge, 143, but you had Chase, so that was inevitable. Another good game from Hurts. Mixon solid. Kareem Hunt, best running back in the league.
Said it.
Why did no teams want him? He just sat around not playing NFL football, and then
he
best
was
running back in
inside.
the league.
I don't know. I think it also is just kind of like a scheme fit that he was always bound to come back to Kansas City and be great. But he was good in Cleveland too. So to your point, I don't know. But my lineup is so good. I don't even need to watch. Sundays are easy.
Yeah, Nico Collins coming back.
He's back. I think he was out last week, but they designated him to return, and I think he should play this week.
Wes gets a ugly win. Just absolutely terrible on the other side. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But he had, some solid performances, but a lot of low. Xavier more like not worthy of starting.
Xavier unworthy.
Unworthy. Wes just creeping back to 500. He's just like a parasite. You just can't get rid of him. You think you killed him, and he just keeps coming back.
He's just hanging around. He's like a cockroach.
And Libby was now upgraded. His team gets to that 100-point benchmark, sneaks out a win. What he's gonna have? His team's better. I'll stand by that. His team's better. He's got to figure out what to do with David Montgomery. He doesn't start him currently.
Well, that's in his line. I was looking at his week 11. He does have him in his lineup for week 11.
Yeah.
He's his number 2. So Saquon and David Montgomery, and then he sat Ramondre, which I think is the right call. Tyrone Tracy's on a bye.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So, but you're right. This does look like a good team. He's got a lot of people who rank in the single digits, which is scary.
All right, losers of the week. I would like to make an announcement. My team's terrible. Much like the Bears, I have decided to fire my offensive coordinator, who has just – we're not going to be looking good down the stretch. Ciara, would you like to make any – she's fired. This is my offensive coordinator.
Oh, man.
And she's getting the axe.
Okay. You're welcome
Not
for
good.
Austin Eckler, though. You're a top scorer.
That worked. He's the only guy that scored a touchdown on my team. He scored 2 of them.
Justin had a touchdown, but Darnold just completely missed him.
Darnold was terrible. He destroyed my other team. No other player on my team scored over 10 points. I looked back to see what my other lowest performance of the year was. It was against you. I still got to 90 points, but to get to those 90 points, my team also scored no touchdowns.
I think you'll be okay. You're at 7-3, which I think is a good enough record to get you in the playoffs. If you go, you're still in the hunt, as it were. I think you're okay.
Yeah, it's tough when I don't have anything on the bench to make adjustments with. I sent kind of a Hail Mary-ish trade out there. If that gets accepted, I'm going to feel a little bit better, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Yeah, we'll see. Jane Daniels should come around too, but
tough game against Philly this week for the Commanders. Lucas, who I will be playing next week, lost to Stefan. Kind of a solid week, but didn't get that big game from Hopkins because the Chiefs only scored 16 points somehow. Should always lose. They should have like 4 losses on the season. He could have started Calvin Ridley, but why would you start Calvin Ridley?
Bo Nix
other than that, I think Lucas
solid QB1 though.
Yeah, I think Lucas is going to be just fine. I think that's more of an aberration. Sam's team continues to be terrible.
He started someone on a bye. I don't know. Dubes was.
He started Romeo Dobbs on a bye. He's a Packer fan too. Just like to point that out. He definitely knew that the Packers were on a bye.
I think.
Do we have to worry about Sam? Is Nathan come back to the league and Sam has now left the league?
I think we might need a wellness check on Sam. He's been MIA. He might have checked.
Is Sam
out.
having a kid too?
He's moving. I know that he's moving, but
they're always doing something.
we'll see.
Guys.
He might have checked out though. He's not good.
Tom with the loss. Cortland Sutton's good though.
Now that he's got a quarterback to throw to him, it's been a while.
I did consider. I couldn't figure out a player on Tom's team since I won the waiver wire on Audric Estime.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure a guy on his team that I could flip immediately to. Wait a week on that, so we'll see if maybe I can get somebody out of him. I don't know who I'd want though. Maybe Xavier Legette.
There's the free agency. There's nobody out there. It was funny though, an aside, that Libby had to drop Jackson Smith and Jigba because of a bye week, I think, and we don't have benches, and he had to blow all of his free agency money just to get him back.
That was funny. He didn't go for his strategy that we said of just starting a guy on a bye.
Well, he would have lost if he did though, because he only won by a point. So I think it was the right call. But that's just when you have a short bench.
He's locked in. He's locked in. He's locked into the playoffs. Drew with the lowest point total.
Terrible
of the season.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield had a rare bad game. Tank Bigsby barely scored. Will Lutz, his kicker, did not score. And I don't believe was on a bye. Nope. And in a 16-14 game, kicked no field goals or extra points. I don't know how that's possible.
That one. The only positive you can say is McCaffrey is okay.
Yeah, 13 points coming back. Marvin Harrison played pretty well again.
Drew's on a losing streak right now. He only scored 70 points last week. I think he's lost like 4 of the last 5 games. And
Drew is one of those like high points for guys in the middle of that grouping there.
A lot of variance here. He's in a dry spell.
And Seth drops into the bottom 10 with a loss here. Devon Achane didn't play very well. DJ Moore just runs off the sidelines in the middle of plays. So
he's not happy. He's happy now they fired their offense coordinator, but he wasn't happy on Sunday.
It's tough. George Pickens, pretty good with Russell Wilson.
Yeah. I think the thing with Seth is that he can't blow you away with points, so he's so matchup reliant that he needs to play someone who's just bad, and he can't really beat someone who's good.
Kind of sounds like another team I know very well.
If
you can't score 105 points, I got a chance. All right, so I let Tim do the rankings today because I did not have time. It's very hard to schedule and prep for multiple podcasts in back-to-back days.
You're swamped.
I am. Get it. And also work.
Yeah. Somehow you got to fit that in. Which
is like the third priority.
It's the off season. But yes, you're welcome. Let me zoom in because I cannot express myself well with words, but I do pride myself on expressing myself with graphics. So I've assigned an emoji to each team. At the bottom is Sam, who has checked out of this league and is bad. Sorry, Sam. And we got Seth, who, like I just said, I don't think has the lineup to win tough matchups. Drew is on a losing streak,
That's a
which
big drop for Drew.
yes. Well, I was looking. I did research this. It's not just a gut thing, but he's on a bad losing streak, and when these are the power rankings, he's lacking in power. Tom is at 9. He's kind of been up and down. This is a down right now. We'll see what these trades can do for him. And because I am doing these power rankings and do not have a vendetta against Wes, he can finally come out of the bottom. He did win. He's at 5-5, I believe. So we've got a lot of 4-6 teams, and he is a 5-5 team. So I do think he deserves to be slotted in that last playoff spot. But I still don't know how to feel about his team. Stefan wins, gets bumped up a spot. Ross, this is the Thanos fist, by the way, because he's inevitable. Ross is coming back. He's feeling himself right now. If you read that letter, he's not worried. He was not bothered one bit by those few weeks at the bottom. He's just like, don't worry about it. I'll be back. And he's coming back.
I'm trying to, he's like, there was a MLB team kind of recently that was like, who was the team that won like the wild card and got all the way to the World Series?
Was it the Astros or was it the Rangers? I feel like it was a Texas team.
I think the Rangers were a wild card team when they went.
Yeah.
And lost to the Dodgers, right?
Well, the Rangers won the World Series 2 years ago, and I think
they did.
They did go on the wild card. So yeah, they're just no one's surprised by this. I guess that Ross is coming back, but
yeah, he's like the Madison Bumgarner Giants.
Yeah,
they're just like get him into the playoffs, and then he becomes the greatest pitcher of all time. Don't let Ross get into the playoffs.
Exactly. This is where we're at right now. This is a warning. This serves as a warning. This is time to take Ross seriously. Nathan bumps up because he won, but who cares? You would drop down 2 places. Again, I think your record keeps you up here, but if you lose this week, you might have to go down further. I know you wanted you to go down further, but I think keeping you out of
bad. Yeah, Lucas is projected to beat me pretty handily, and I kind of agree with that. So
yeah, and I got Lucas deserves to be in the 3rd spot, and I can't give him another emoji except for the poop one just because of his name. So sorry, I could be very creative there. Libby gets to be number 2, not poop. And I get to stay at number 1, which is kind of just where I've been. But yeah, this is where we're at.
It's going to be tough to take you down. It's going to be one of those bad playoff performances that can always come for anybody.
Well, yeah, I can't be the Nathan of last year who did have the regular season champ. I'm going for that, but I can't choke in the playoffs. Libby does scare me because I think his roster is as good, if not better now than mine. So we'll see how he does after this week. He would probably be the only person right now who's a threat to the number 1 spot.
Yeah, if I lose this week, I might. I think I'm basically guaranteed a playoff spot with my record, but I might be packing it in for the year and preparing for next year. In which I will. I have keepers now.
You do.
It's taken me 3 years to finally draft a team that has worthy keepers, and
you don't have to complain about them.
Finally done it. That was the goal. Sometimes if you're losing an organization, you can't expect to, win a Super Bowl. You gotta baby steps to the door. Baby steps open the door.
This game with Lucas that you're playing though this week is going to be a tough matchup. You don't want you want to, if you lose, you want it to be a quality loss in NFL terms.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, I gotta hope for my thing that's been helping me out throughout the entire year. I gotta hope for Lucas to have a bad game, and I just got to get back to 105 points. Right. I think if the Commanders play okay, I think I can get there.
Points are all that matter to you right now because your record's big enough to get you in, even if you lose some games. But keeping those points 4 up will at least guarantee you that spot.
Yeah, I I'm second in points for, so I'm doing all right, but it's pretty close at the top. Second game is Nathan versus Sam. The battle of the brothers.
Road to Bros.
I think Nathan is going to take that. I mean, I don't know how to project Sam since he is currently projected for 50 points and has 3 players that are not playing NFL games currently in his starting lineup.
Yeah, he's got to make, and he doesn't have a backup quarterback on his roster, so he does need to make some moves if he's out there, if he's listening.
Sam, if you want Caleb Williams, just let me know. He's got a new offense coordinator.
Might get you a week or two of good play.
Trying to shed some Bears salary on my team. Although, again, I will go back to what I said at the beginning of all of this. My goal was to destroy the Bears season.
Yes.
Have I not done that? Have I not done that, people? Is Caleb Williams every week? Are the analysts asking, is he actually good? Look at what I have wrought.
Keenan Allen was a dude last year. He was like a top 10 wide receiver, and now he's not existent. And
Take
just
him out.
He's on the roster.
Took him out.
Yeah, you did.
I'm like the penguin. You gotta watch out for me. I'll pop you.
Crossover. But yeah, I think that's an easy win for Nathan. Sorry,
choking dudes out in front of a lake, a park bench. Spoiler alert for the penguin.
I don't watch that.
Yeah, you're projected to dominate Stefan. He's sneaky if you have an off game. Lamar has another huge game. Chase doesn't do as well. Could be in the same ballpark, but I don't see a lot of that happening. Chase has kind of been inevitable.
Yeah, and this one's interesting because I think it's the trade revenge game because I have Hurts and Kittle, I think, who I got, and then he has Gibbs and Ingram in his starting lineup, so we'll see who won the trade.
Yeah. Kittle is currently listed as questionable, but you got Tucker Kraft now.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft, thanks to you.
And I'm starting TJ Hawkinson.
Good luck.
Sam Darnold, come back to life.
Wow.
JJ McCarthy, another knee surgery this week.
No. Swelling due to rehab. He got a platelet-rich plasma injection. Don't read.
Sounds like a surgery to me.
It does. The timeline doesn't change. Maybe I'm a little scared. Maybe knees in Minnesota never end well. See Dante Culpepper or Teddy Bridgewater. If you have a knee problem in Minnesota, it's not going to go well for you.
Guys, a Mayo Clinic right there. Everybody comes to Minnesota to get health care.
No, I will still be picking up J.J. McCarthy in the last day of the league year. You just watch me.
But didn't we say that you're not allowed to do that?
Okay, it won't be in the last day of the league year. I'll do it for the playoffs. That's true. That's the don't be a dick rule.
Yeah, because I was going to pick up Anthony Richardson, which I did do, and then very politely, I think, decided not to have him as my keeper, and that turned out to be a great decision.
He's back to starting now, though. They changed their minds again. So, Sam, if you're listening, pick up Anthony Richardson.
Back to formula. Drew projected to beat Ross currently.
This is one to watch.
This is gonna be a good game. Can Drew come back after a 50-point performance? I think he also needs to fire his offensive coordinator. Kenneth Walker is coming back, so maybe the Seahawks play well. Kenneth has a big game. Christian McCaffrey, if he can just stay going, and he's got Ladd. What more do you need?
The conch. I mean, it's time, and it's interesting because this is the team that's on a losing streak versus the team on a winning streak. So we'll see what happens.
I want to start a new bit where I try to predict how Kansas City is going to win their next game.
Oh, all right. All right. You got blocked.
So they just won on a blocked field goal. They've won because a guy's big toe was out of bounds and the rest of his foot was in. They Atlanta ran a horrible fourth down play. So this week, what is going to happen? Oh, the Bengals had a not pass interference that put them into field goal range. This week, let's just go for it. I gotta go big swing right away. First day of the bit. Hail Mary.
Okay. I was trying to think of a way to incorporate stealing because things were stolen from Mahomes and Kelsey. So it'll be like,
that you could do like a strip sack in the end zone.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, to win the game.
There you go. I like it. Stupid Chiefs. The NFL strip they're really on one this year, right in the games.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes will be like 12 for 22 for 160 yards, 1 touchdown, 9 interceptions, and they'll win by 14. but still win by a Hail Mary. They'll somehow win by 14, but it'll be the Hail Mary that made them win.
Stupid. And it'll probably make Ross win too.
Yeah. What do we got here? Tom versus Libby. This is going to be tough for Tom. Yeah, especially coming off that trade. I mean, Libby's projected for 115 points. His running backs are 14, 17. Like, he's playing T. Higgins instead of I don't know. Libby has the advantage in every single position.
Look at that. That's insane. I've never seen this, and it's not that. Well, Tom's got one person who is. Oh no, they're all playing. Sheesh. Yeah, I don't know what can men do against such reckless hate.
It's not good. And then Seth versus Wes. Come on, Seth. I need you. Projected to win. We got to get he's the Ebola virus.
Put Wes away.
It's not good. It's like Ray Fiennes' character in The English Patient. Someone's just got to smother that dude with a pillow. He's got burns all over his body. Just take him out.
That's Voldemort you're talking about.
He can't keep coming back.
He's back. Seth is starting Jordan Love.
Oh yeah, you were there when one of your kids told me that Cedric Diggory was his favorite Harry Potter character.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, if any of you out there talk to my kids about Harry Potter, don't tell them that. It's gonna be a conversation we have later in their lives. It's not gonna be a good day.
Yeah, just skip the 4th book.
Sure.
No. Well, don't they cry about it a lot in book 5?
Yeah. No, it's a big deal. Poor Cedric. Seth is starting Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs against the Bears, so I think he's probably hoping for some I still own you Packers Bears rivalry going on there.
Yeah. All right, that's the league so far. I think the playoff odds for the top of the league are basically like
you're still at 99%.
You, me, and Libby are 99. Lucas is 98. And then Nathan is 89. The computer loves Nathan's team. They're just like, we don't care what his record is. We don't care that he starts guys on buys. He is making the playoffs.
He's 5-5 and Wes is 5-5, but yet Nathan has a 20% more chance to make the playoffs. So, yeah. And then we got all those 4 and 6 teams. And then Sam, but there's a pretty clear drop-off point.
And guys, you just got to beat Ross. You just can't get in with his record. I don't think he's going to get in with the points, so just keep beating him.
He does have an uphill climb still.
It's all you got to do. Just Keep him out. He's like the low seed in the tournament that you don't want to see. It's not good.
Story.
Got to be taken out.
Aiton.
Speaking of taking out somebody, we are covering the Terminator now on franchise, so potentially we'll have to send the Terminator back to destroy Ross before he's even born, so that he can't make the playoffs.
I'm very excited to hear Chris doing his Schwarzenegger voice all the time. I'm ready for it.
It's not good. It's not good. I famously hate James Cameron, but I do like the first two Terminator movies.
I have not seen them, which should be as no shock to any of you because I don't watch movies.
That's true.
People watch.
Yeah, Terminator is a fun movie. The first one, T2, is great. And then we are going to, as quickly as possible, get through Terminator 3 and the more recent 3 movies because they are going to be horrible. Like, you thought, if you watched along with us with the Alien movies and thought some of those in the middle were bad, boy, oh boy, is Terminator going to really change that. We're coming off a great run of Batman movies, Christopher Nolan trilogy through the Batman Matt Reeves movie, which is great, and into 2 great Terminator movies, and then just the absolute worst movies we've ever covered.
But covering bad movies on a podcast makes for good podcasting, so at least there's that.
There is that. So look forward to that. Like the Facebook page. I pushing for that as much as possible. That's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got too. Good.
Oh, yeah. No, that's all I got. I was going to reveal who I was going to make an appeal to my potential trade partner, but I won't because I think he's going to reject the trade anyway.
You're not that desperate, though. You may, yeah.
I might be that desperate. I heard about a fantasy league called the No Morals League, where they allow anything goes, and people are like paying people outside for their trades to go through and stuff like that. So let's just say to that owner out there, maybe I can make it worth your while to accept that trade.
How you doing?
That's all I got. Football.
I'll be back.